So, good morning, friends. I hope you're well. So, this week is a really special week. In fact, my favorite time of the year in spring. And this week we have Arbor Day on Wednesday, or sorry, Earth Day on Wednesday, April 22nd. And then Arbor Day is always the last Friday in April. And so it is in the same week as Earth Day. And so that is going to be on Friday, April 24th this year. So I'm as thinking about preparing for Earth Day and Arbor Day. I don't know if what you have planned, but I have been doing some tree planting and hope to do some more tree planting this week. And so it's got me thinking it would be really good to make sure that we're warmed up for those tree plantings. So I'm going to offer us today a little way to get us prepared for our in our minds and in our bodies for doing this tree planting. So the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to prepare the mind. And so, one of my favorite activities is a meditation with an acorn. And so, perhaps you have another seed around, or you can just imagine that. And we're going to take a few minutes to find ourselves connected here with this acorn or whatever it might be that you have, or an image of where a tree comes from, its starting point. And so, we'll just allow this starting point to be single focused on our acorn. So, taking some time to notice yourself breathing, to observe that breath, and to make observations about the acorn, where this tree comes from. Perhaps there's two parts that detach, and you can take a look. And just noticing what observations you can make here. And so, this is a practice of getting mindful, getting grounded and centered. Perhaps using the acorn helps you do that, or allowing yourself to draw your eyes closed. Just create an image in your mind of where that tree comes from, what that seed looks like. Imagine it nestled into the earth. And then slowly start to find more length with your inhale. Feel your chest lift. Feel the crown of your head. The top of a tree is called a crown, and the top of your head is your crown. So feel your crown lift as you elongate the spine, finding more space on that inhale. And then as you exhale, hug your belly in, keep the lift of the spine, settle into your hips, into your seat. Maybe you're in a chair, you can feel your feet on the earth. So feel lift on the inhale. Exhale, feel yourself root. So find that a few more times. And then we're going to find a little bit of practice with our breath. We're going to come to find balanced breath. And so in this breath, you may decide that you have a certain count that you like. I'm going to work with 4 count here. So the inhale will be a 4 count inhale, and the exhale will also be a 4 count exhale. Maybe you want to find that image in your mind of that tree as it roots down on the exhale and it rises and lifts towards the sun on the inhale. Maybe the hand at the heart, feeling that lift on the inhale will help you here, and the hand on the belly to feel the belly empty out completely on the exhale. Totally optional for you. You could also leave your hands down by your knees. So together we'll take a breath in for 4 counts. So 4, 3, 2, 1, feeling the lift, and then exhale 4, 3, 2, 1. Again, inhale 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale 4, 3, 2, 1. Again, inhale 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale 4, 3, 2, 1. One more time. Excuse me, one more time together. And then we'll come to a cross of the arms. Let your hands rest on your shoulders. Imagine as if someone is giving you a hug. Maybe you're hugging a tree, the tree is hugging you. And take an inhale and begin to lift the heart up, the chin up slightly, and then exhale, chin down towards the arms, towards the chest, and roll forward. We'll start to open up a little bit more on the back. So maybe keep the arms crossed or uncross the arms, look up. Exhale, hug it in, chin to the chest, round forward. 2 more times. Again, moving the arms if you'd like or keeping them crossed. Exhale is the chin to the chest, empty out the belly. Inhale, lift up, lift the heart, maybe lift the arms, lift the gaze. Exhale and empty it out. Great job. So you can bring your hands by your side and then just begin to roll those shoulders backwards, forwards. Maybe you alternate if you're really coordinated. Finding just a little bit of awakening in our shoulders. They're going to do some work as we're digging to get that tree into the earth. And then you can find some stillness in the shoulders and then drop your ear to one shoulder. Maybe let that gaze be down to the knee. Perhaps the hands dangle down by your sides, fingertips to the earth. Take another breath here. And then inhale, uprighting the head. We'll go to the other side. So ear to the other shoulder. Find the right place for your gaze. You can play with looking down or looking straight ahead. Maybe it feels really good to look up. One more breath here. Great job. And so uprighting the head. And so I'm going to scoot back a little bit and we're going to come to a pose that, if you know tree pose, if you were laying down in this tree pose, you're going to have one leg extended long and one knee bent so that the sole of the foot is meeting the inside of the straight leg. So we'll find this pose. And this pose isn't about reaching for your toes. This is, we're trying to gently open up our hamstrings that we're going to use as we're out there, working with the earth and planting this tree. So first, let your hands inhale and come up overhead. Roll those shoulders down the back. Lift the heart as we've done before, so gaze can come up. And then exhale as you bow forward. You're hinging from the hips, slight bend of the straight knee, and then hands lower on the outside of that knee. Inhale and come up. Take that gaze upwards. Still a little hinge at the hips, and then exhale, bow. We'll find that 2 more times. Keep that bend in the knee, the straight knee. And just softly land beside the knee. And then we'll come all the way back up and then straighten out the other leg, and we'll find that positioning on the other side. And so you want to make sure that you're rooted firmly into your seat here. We're going to hinge at the hips. We're not trying to arch the back and hunch forward. We're trying to let the heart lead the way here so that we can sort of make some opening in this chest here and some nice opening in the hamstring. So that knee might really need to be bent. It might even, for you, need to have a cushion underneath. So really honoring and supporting yourself. So you're supporting the earth by planting those trees. So make sure that we're taking care of ourselves as we do that work. So we'll do this again together. Inhale, reach the arms up, shoulders down, and then exhale, lead with your heart as you bow forward. Hands right on the outside of your knees, soft bend, and then inhale up halfway. Exhale, bow. Again, 3 more times. Working with that 4 count. Can lengthen your breath and hold. If that feels right. And then inhaling, coming back up. This time we're going to bend both knees, plant them soles of the feet on the earth, and bring your hands so that your fingertips are facing your toes. And then we're just going to windshield wiper the knees side to side as we're kind of thinking about preparing that soil. Maybe we're going to brush the soil. Hopefully you're going to get rid of some of the sod, grass that you may have around where you're going to plant. So we're kind of wiping the slate, if you will, to prepare that soil, prepare our bodies and our mind to plant our tree. And then we're going to roll up to our toes. And so this is a little play. You can certainly find another way to do it, but we're going to come to a forward fold and just pause if you can into a tiptoe pose so that we can awaken the feet, getting the Achilles ready to be out there. And maybe when you're planting the tree, I know when I'm kind of working the soil, I'm kind of hunched down. So getting ourselves ready to be in this position as we plant that tree. And so you can sway a little bit, rock a little bit around here on the ball mounds of the toes. And then begin to start to straighten the legs. Keep a bend though. Find the heels to the earth and then gently allow yourself to fold any amount forward over your legs, keeping the knees bent as much as you need to. And then we're going to inhale up halfway. So keep your fingertips on the earth. Really bend those knees. Try to find some length now from the tailbone to that crown of the head. Exhale and fold, straightening the knees a little more. Inhale, come up, bend the knees, look up halfway. Exhale, fold, straighten the knees. 2 more times. Inhale up, bend knees, look straight spine. Exhale, fold. 1 more time. Rise up with the breath halfway. And then exhale, fold. As you fold here, maybe the crown of the head comes to the earth and you want to shake it out, a little wiggle, maybe bend and straighten one leg here. What we're moving into is to a standing posture called mountain pose. So think about rooting your feet as if you were a tree, and then inhale, rise up. The hands can sweep up overhead, or they can come alongside the body, or they can come to the heart. And so finding here, mountain pose, or we can call it tree pose today. Both feet firmly on the earth, rooted down, feet together or hip distance. Finding yourself rooted, feeling the energy up the spine. Really think about engaging the core here, so the belly button towards the spine, and lengthen up even more, lift the head. Feel that crown of the head lift. Rooting down, rising up. So take an inhale, sweep the arms up overhead. Hands can stay apart from one another, palms facing. And then inhale, look up to the fingertips. Exhale, hands come back down by the sides of the body or to the heart. We'll try that 3 more times. So inhale, lengthen up the arms, rooting the feet still. And then inhale, the head draws the gaze up. Exhale, hands by the side. 2 more times together. Inhale, sweeping the arms up. Maybe the gaze follows. Exhale it back down. 1 more time here. Rising up on the inhale. Rooting on the exhale. And then we're going to take our palms as if we're reaching around a tree, hugging a tree. So you can weave your fingers together and then turn your palms away. So you can imagine that you're giving a great big hug to a tree. Well, I guess it couldn't be too big of a tree for me here because I don't have that much space here. But allow yourself to imagine that you're finding a tree to hug. Roll your shoulders back, but let the palms press away from you. So we do want to make sure that we awaken these wrists as we're, get ready to dig into the earth, as we get ready to massage and amend the soil. So allow that wrist to gently open, soften the knees here, but keep the belly engaged, tall spine. And then inhale, lengthen up here, palms go up towards the sky. Exhale over to one side, tipping, rooting in the feet. And then on your inhale, engage the core a little bit more and come back up. Exhale to the other side. awakening the side body and the core. Inhale, calming up. One more time, each side. So exhale as you arch over. Inhale as you upright. And then again, the other side, exhaling over. Inhaling to stand. And then exhale those arms down. Find some movement in the shoulder or the neck that feels right. Start to find some movement in the knees, kind of shake all that out. Notice where we're engaging our body, where we are finding some stability and strength, but also as like a tree, find some flexibility, find some fluidity, find some resiliency. So the next thing we're going to do is open the feet a little bit greater than hip distance. And so in this is going to be a breath of joy, it's also called. When I'm thinking about trees, I'm thinking about it being like a wood chopping exercise here. And so it's going to help to really open up, to move some energy in the body to get us ready. So as you do this, go to the degree that feels right for you. It's an inhale and arms come straight out from your shoulders. And then exhale, open up wide. Inhale, draw the hands up. Exhale, between the legs. So again, it's inhale, forward. Exhale, open wide. Inhale, hands up. Exhale, forward. As you do that forward, you can imagine like you were having an axe and you were chopping some wood. So one of the great, amazing gifts of trees, as we know, is that wood to use for fire, for building our homes and other structures. So something to be super grateful for those trees. So we're going to find this together. We're going to find this 3 more times together. So find your inhale, your exhale. If you don't get the arms right, that's totally fine. We just want to make some movement. Soft knees, soft arms. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, and then stay at the end of the exhale. You can let the crown of the head sink heavy to the earth or come up halfway, bending your knees, letting your elbows be on your knees, especially if you've got any blood pressure issues or vertigo. Allow yourself here just 3 more breaths to pause, feel the energy moving. Great job. And then slowly begin to come back up. Feel yourself back into your tree pose, your mountain pose with both feet on the ground. Notice that we've moved around some energy. We've shifted our perspective here a little bit. And maybe that's what is going on, right? There's a lot of activity, a lot of busyness. And so we want our practice to help us to get prepared for the efforts that we're putting in to our tree planting. We want it to be a successful tree planting. We want to plant love and hope, and we want it to last for a long time. So we want to be intentional and focused. So let's come to tree pose. Standing, begin with whatever foot you'd like, root down into your toes. Let the sole of your foot and the heel find the ankle of the standing leg. And so we want to come to focus, stillness. You can find maybe that acorn you had before, or something to look at that isn't moving. It's called a drishti. Can let our energy of our foot, of our bent knee, and the straight leg kind of press into one another to meet. Draw the energy inwards to the center line of symmetry of the body. Maybe the hands come together. Find yourself here in that tall spine, moving that energy and focus. As we inhale, we lengthen, lift the crown. As we exhale, we root down into the sole of the standing leg. And you can always explore here on an inhale, maybe the foot comes higher onto the standing leg, below or above the knee. Perhaps you want to grow those branches of your tree, sending those branches out, maybe coming into a shape of a heart here. So tree pose is a pose that helps us to work on our focus, our stability, our ability to stay kind of on point and on task. So as there's busyness, there's things that can distract us. I'm going to come back to that intention that we're here to plant love, to plant trees, to plant hope for today and the future. Allow yourself to be rooted in this intention. And then coming back, both feet onto the earth. Find the effects, observe the effects of this posture. And then we'll move to the second side, taking your time to really ground down, to root into those toes of the bent knee, the whole sole of the standing leg. Finding your focal point for your gaze, your drishti, the mudra, the positioning of your hands that helps support you. Remember your intention here, focusing on drawing in to your center line of symmetry to find your balance. Even if one side isn't doing the same as the other, draw into the center line where your energies are flowing up and down the spine. Feeling that lift on the inhale, that sensation, that observation of rooting on the exhale. Each inhale, maybe you play a little with the foot, with the hands. Give yourself 2 more breaths. If you fall out of it, come back. Try again. See me try. Find balance, harmony, equilibrium, and equanimity. Great job coming back down. And so finding that residue, that lingering effect of our posture. Perhaps coming back to that mountain pose, that tall tree pose with both feet on the ground. Maybe it's the hand to the heart and to the belly. Maybe you want to come to have a seat. I invite you to come back to your intention for this Earth Day, for this Arbor Day. What it is that you hope for, what it is that you are planting today. That maybe the benefits of that will be reaped in many years to come. But what you are doing today, where you are starting from, that little seed, it will grow. And so allow yourself to observe. Observe the rhythm of yourself, the mind, and then the body, and your connection with this amazing planet, all that it gives us and all that we can give it. So in that equal exchange of give and take, of honoring ourselves and one another, you can bring your hands palm together in the gesture of honoring one another. At the end of our practice, we say a word, namaste, which means that I honor the light, the goodness in you as you see it in me. And so with much love and gratitude, together we say namaste. So sending you much love and blessings on this Earth Day, Arbor Day, or whenever you are watching. May we continue to connect mind, body, and planet. Much love.